Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 46, and we have just made it into the Hall of the Unseen, which is a fun little area. It's got this puzzle where we've got this huge circular area.
Absolutely.
So
right?
it's right, left. No, wait. Right, left, straight. Oh, hell. I'm lost already.
So you see these little circles? Each time you press a circle, it's going to raise or lower different areas. And we've got to make our way through a bunch of different sections. Alright, we come to our first not-so-simple section.
Yes, certainly. Happily. I'm here.
Okay?
What have we here?
Alright, scroll of prayer for the body. Cool. And some onyx.
Of course.
Oops. There's a wee doggy in here. Eliel. Check this wee doggy. Where's my doggy? Doggy. Oh, it's because we're +1 resolve to the individual, and then party-wide effect is +5 damage with melee weapons. Not bad. That's not bad. What are we using right now? We're using hits to grazes, which is a nice defensive one. And this one is hits to crits. I think we might want to upgrade to hits to crits, actually. I think we're less concerned about defensive grazes at this. I'm kind of scaled to where
Indeed.
I think we're ready to just do the damage. Okay, so we've got another situation where... Work? No.
How may I?
Of course. Yes? Oh?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes?
I'll just say another prayer that we can find our way back out.
Right? Okay. Need to do a save, because...
Indeed.
Your orders?
Yes? At once.
Yeah. How may I help?
I'm listening.
What can I do? Happily.
Alright, there we go. We have made it.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
Yes?
I'm listening.
Oh, yes?
You were saying?
What can I do? Of course.
Touch the Eye of Whale. Excite. Okay. 10% chance to become invisible for 8 seconds on scoring a critical hit, and 5% chance to cast random illusion spell on target on scoring a hit. Very cool. We're gonna take this, and I'm immediately gonna get attacked. Because, you know.
Yes? Indeed.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's,
What can I do you for?
once we touch this is when we get attacked. Okie dokie.
Breathe through leak now. Nuh-uh, didn't work.
I don't think I can pull that off. That's not very helpful.
Happy to oblige. Moe,
So may I be a candle in the night.
Wait, are these guys turned off? Oh, his AI is active. His AI is not active. His AI keeps getting set to not active. I don't know why. It's freaking me out.
Exceed on us.
This should be a very simple fight, though, honestly.
I don't think I can pull
That
that
dog
off.
won't hunt. Just like that. Happy to oblige.
Actually got pretty, like, very high reflex. And actually decently high deflection because of Tuatio's palm. Like, I'm really excited. I think I'm hitting on a build for Shodi that's gonna be really good.
Come on. Position.
I just don't know what the weapon is that I haven't found anything that I'm just like, ah, yeah, this is the Shodi weapon. You know? Alright, cool. Oh, it's just a little extra fuckery going on there. And now we have the Eye of Whale, which is cool. I think at the very least, we're gonna just replace our exceptional scepter with that. It is superb. It is the Eye of Whale. It has Obfuscation, which is a 10% chance to become invisible for 8 seconds on scoring a critical hit. And it has Elusive Spell, which is 5% chance to cast a random illusion spell on target on scoring a hit. Has the moment the scepter is in your hand, a chorus of voices rise. They chant in Ingwithan, Eld Aediran, Valian, Huana, each word holding its echo in languages you do not know. We read the books not yet written. We see beyond the shroud of death. We seek the heart of all knowledge. We walk on plains beyond. Defy the wheel, defy death. Take the seal, the eye, the mark. Awaken. Inscribed along the shaft of the scepter is the phrase, Esoterica Proliferata? I don't know. What can we do with this? Okay, so we can upgrade to Form Phantasmic. Once per encounter, casts a random defensive illusion spell when the wielder becomes bloodied, which is less than half health. That's cool. That's a very fun defensive statistic. Or we can get +2 to all illusion power levels, which I don't think we really care too terribly about. That's a really cool mechanic. If you are going really strong illusions, I don't think we are. So Form Phantasmic would be a better choice. And we get Lidless Gaze, which is Whale watches with countless eyes, casting a gaze spell in an area, petrifying or terrifying enemies for 6 seconds. So that's interesting. Or it's 10% chance to cast a random affliction on target when scoring a hit. And I think that's the one that we would end up wanting to go, right? Because with with Aloth's current build, right? We're very focused on upping our ability to hit, increasing our attack speed, increasing our ability to crit, etc. So we get this situation where we can continuously become invisible. Well, I say continuously. We have chances to become invisible. We have chances to cast illusions. We have chances to cast afflictions, or cast afflictions, have afflictions happen, etc. And I think that's pretty cool. So, probably going to be the route that we go. In fact, probably going to primary the Eye of Whale and get rid of Keybreaker Scepter sooner rather than later. I might actually, because I think Takehu is using a Scepter as well, so I might toss his Scepter over to Aloth, and I might have Takehu start using wands, perhaps, or rods.
What can I do you for?
I don't really know.
I hear you.
Anyways, now that we have hit that button, all of the doors are open, and the Hall of Unseen is completed. Sweet. Very cool. That's a fun little place. I love doing dungeons like these that have like little puzzles to them. Alright. Here we go. Hall of the Unseen. That's super dumb. Oh fuck. Alright, that does mean I think we have all of the islands named for that quest. So we can probably go ahead and turn that in and then head to Tikawara, I think, will be the plan. Do we have any bounties that we are trying to turn in? Oh no. No and no. That. Okay. So, on our way to Nekataka. Ooh, let's do this while I'm thinking of it. Toss, grab, this. No, that is a rod. Okay, so we'll leave that on him. And since that is the case, toss back that. Sweet. Okay, we are going here to Sansa's Map Emporium. Turn that quest in, and then I think we head to Tigawara. Should be a fun new place to explore and
Welcome
meet
back,
people.
welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
Got some material for your book?
I could not have hoped for a better partner in this endeavor. Your well-deserved pay, of course. Why stop here? We're making good headway, and you've certainly proven yourself.
Gained 2,500 copper and 15,120 quest experience. That's a shit ton of quest experience.
I'm sending you far out west this time. Past Port Maje, past the Wakara Reef, and even the Kangati Islands. Nobody's been out that way in ages. All manner of dark stories. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll be waiting.
Alright, got levels for Shodi and Adair. Very cool. Athletics, survival. Okay. This is still just a single level, fighter or rogue. We might pick up charge at this point. It's he doesn't have combat focus yet. Where have I been putting all his points? I guess he has a lot of rogue passives. His gouging strike. He doesn't have a lot. Well, he's got a lot of passives. Confident aim, weapon style, rapid recovery, weapon specialization, dirty fighting. Did I take... No, you can't take 2 weapon fighting twice. Riposte, persistent distraction. Yeah, feels like I'm missing points on him. I only took 2 points in a skill here. 1 skill here, 1 skill here. I guess we did have to take Discipline Barrage because it forced knockdown on us, which I hate. Kind of feel like we just take Combat Focus. Combat Focus is... Take Mace. Right? What does Rending Smash get us? The character swings the mace with massive force, damaging the target's armor at the cost of recovery time. I'm somewhat interested in that.
There's something I can do.
What would that be? And penetration, 50% increased recovery time, but plus 2 penetration, and -1 armor rating for 10 seconds, and plus 50% recovery time. We've got recovery time of 0.31. 0.31 does both the same. Increasing the recovery time by 50% on both of those is going to be... Yikes. That's going to put them both at like 4.6-ish. That's not really bueno. I mean, I say that. I think the saber might be bueno, because that's plus 2 penetration. I mean, the obvious answer there is against low armor targets, it's not worthwhile. Against high armor targets, it will be worthwhile. That's the obvious response. All right, Shodi now, and Shodi is going to do alchemy and religion. And I think we might go ahead and pick up Duality of Mortal Presence, because we are going to probably take... I would assume we're going to take Iron Will, but we might take Turning Wheel instead. I think there's a argument to be made for both. I feel like Iron Wheel is just like fucking mega though. Because if you can get up to 10 wounds and you can just sit there, right? Because I think 10 wounds is the cap. But if you can get up to 10 wounds and just sit there, you have plus 10 constitution and you have plus 3 armor. That is pretty freaking amazing. Like, that's just really kind of chunk. The key though is not using your wounds. Problem. Tenacious. Wow, that's actually strong. I didn't realize we had something like that. That is a good buff. Tenacious is a very strong buff. Plus 2 penetration is amazing. For 12 seconds. Costs 3 wounds. Whew. Don't have concentration on her either. And the other scenario is picking up another spell, which I really don't care about. I think we take duality because I know we're gonna take. I know we're gonna take one of these later, probably Iron Wheel. Okay. Honestly, don't know. It doesn't matter. We can just respec her. Find something. We need to respec her again. Say that over and over again. We need to respec pretty much every character that we have. It's actually something that I should already be doing because it's kind of like I don't know. I think it's part of the. If you want to level well, it's part of the process. Like every 2 or 3 levels, you should be respecking because you should be dropping earlier tier skills that you don't care about anymore, right? And just shoveling them over into passives. I say that, but I'm actually not taking very many skills. But there are a couple that I could get rid of. Replace. A couple things that I've taken that aren't really that great. Okay, so we have a new quest to go west. But I think we're going to do Tikawara stuff first. Honestly. I'm interested in Tikawara stuff. Interesting. Alright, let's head over to Tikawara. Hang out. Oh, I say that, but we're level 12 on all of these characters now, aren't we? No, we are not. We're not level 12 on Aloth. The same type of situation. We've got one on either side that's kind of lagging behind. Wahina Ravine, Bohika Pass, Tokubiwa Trail. Got plenty of stuff to do in Tikawara. I mean, we're not gonna be out of Tikawara by the time this episode's done, honestly. Because there's plenty of people to talk to and interact with in Tikawara. The sea seems fair, but something shifts on the horizon. Sea encounter! Uh-oh. The Deadfire Sea is calm, and junk cuts smoothly across its surface, gulls trailing in the craft's wake. At the wheel, Venezi whistles quietly to himself. Are we about to get krakened? Beadol and Eld Ingram stand near the starboard rail, quietly discussing the safest course to your destination. Junk creaks as it crosses the waves. Approach the rail. Breeze tugs at your clothes as the salt-laced air shifts. A long gray line stretches across the horizon. It seems to shiver like the air on a hot day. Beadol's nose wrinkles as the sailor stares into the distance. No storm that, too low and growing too fast. A quiet rumble rolls across the sea as the line grows, a massive swell of water barreling towards junk. I don't know that our helmsman is good enough for any of these. I think we're big enough to go straight over that wave. Ooh, we did it! Nice! Venezi points the bowsprit directly into the wave. The deck rises before you, water rushing past to either side as the ship ascends. You experience a moment of weightlessness before Junk pitches forward and plunges down the far side of the wave. The helmsman howls, though you're not sure whether in excitement or terror. We did that because we were successful because we had just enough experience. Nice. Good job, Venezi. The swell moves past, leaving the sea heaving in its wake. As Junk steadies, you regain your feet and take stock of the damage. Venezi clings to the wheel like it might try to fly away. The good god's name was that? Eld Ingram frowns out across the calming sea. Came from the southeastern Deadfire, Captain. Round Tikawara, if I had to guess. Or the Black Isles. Maybe there was an eruption or quake or something. Is that in relation to anything? Did we cause something? Was there an explosion? I gotta look this up. Black Isles. Let's head down here and take a look at things. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? I think this is DLC, actually. Reptilian blood, aged shark meat, more aged shark meat, orc, mohara meat, more mohara meat, poultry. What is happening? More poultry. They're like an eruption that just like destroyed everything. The door swings open at your approach, almost as if it anticipated your return. What? I have no idea. What? Oh, there's more shit you can do here. I didn't know that. Ah. We have opened up the way to the Temple of Revelation. Oh, this is DLC. Gotcha. This is the introductory quest to the Forgotten Sanctum. Is DLC. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Alright, well, we don't want to do that yet. In theory, I don't think so. Anyways, I might look up information on it later, just to double check and see. Because if it's post-game content, then then we'll do it post-game. If it's not, though, and there's something really cool that we could get from it, like build-definingly cool, then maybe we take a look at it. We shall see. That was a fun experience, though. That was definitely like, what is going on? More shanties. Shells by the seashells. Alright, Tikawara time. Yes. Tikawara. A cat. Do you have any ideas on what you might want to do for dinner tonight? We are on different eating patterns. Or schedules. Yeah. Do we just scrounge tonight, or do you want to order like pizza and then we get to it when we get to it, or what? Huh? Gotcha. Fine. I love you. No, you're fine. All right.
Ishi, quiet time.
Aha, Tikawara. I love Tikawara as like a coastal village. It's really cool in its design. It feels good.
All right.
A ship! I am saved!
Ah, right. Vector. The dwarf fans himself with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Sweat colors wide crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Deliverance at last.
He lets go of a heavy sigh.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
He squints at you, daubing his brow feverishly with the corner of his rag. They hired me to find an expedition. I take it that means you?
Perfetto. You come not a moment too soon.
With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. You were saying?
Ekosi, this tribe rattles my last nerve.
He mops around his neck.
Governor Alvari would have told you that we were searching for Luminous Adra in Pococohara. I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rag in his hands, pulling it taut.
Or didn't know the way himself and was just trying to impress the outsider.
Maya winks down at Ishiza.
Ugh, this is a terrible place.
He frowns up at Maya. Why would he do that?
Why would I go bobbing for reason in shark-infested waters?
He waves his rag like a handkerchief.
You get a pass because I like that one.
Maya folds her arms and grins.
Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods towards the gutted hull of a ship.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces.
I'd say he's one clove short of a bulb.
Ekosi for my staring. It is unusual to see one of the locals so outfitted.
He glances up and down at Maya, mostly up.
More unusual than a dwarf with no sense of direction.
Fucking rude. Faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips, and Shodi nibbles her lips to hide a spreading smile. Vector isn't a Valian name.
Bargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the Republics. But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
He dabs at the back of his neck as he glances around. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe they found something interesting.
Agrasima, this is hope to my ears.
He sighs and bows stiffly.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, the first signs of relief showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What has you so on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Per complancanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives you a sheepish look.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh rivulet of sweat from his temple.
After
Was he
that,
wrong?
we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
Coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookout Soruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Where did they go?
I am sure I do not know. All I heard was that they left the village. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Nairi.
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly. I don't like Vector.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
I need supplies.
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
He gives you a weak smile and shows off his wares. Okay, so he has very, very basic stuff, but he does have a hat, a legendary hat. Akina's Tricorn. Shootist, +5 ranged accuracy, -10 reload time. We gotta fucking buy that, right? A sailor of Valian descent, Asina, I'm gonna say Asina, the Gaunt, a moniker she earned for an unusually lean frame, came of age in the living lands. Raised among ravenous beasts and carnivorous plants, the young dwarf took to the arbalest and arquebus shortly after she learned to walk. By the time she went to sea, she was one of the quickest shots around with either. The impulsive Asina soon fell in with a ship granted a letter of marque by the Valian republics to counter Principe predation in the Deadfire. Though she earned her repute by the speed and accuracy of her shots, pirates around the region knew her almost as well for this hat, a sharp piece of headwear preserved with the fastidious, I hate that word, fastidiousness born of the knowledge that few things pose greater danger than equipment ill-maintained. We absolutely want that. Yeah, 100%. It's a great little thing to pick up. We probably want the swordsman bracers, probably want the storm turner cloak, probably want the gauntlets of reliability, grimoire of disruption, you'd say. Easy peasy. I guess we could sell to this guy. How many exceptional great swords? Jesus. $69,000. Yeah, we've hit the point to where we just make bank now. But I mean, at that same point, some shit costs a whole hell of a lot of money, so. Absolutely. Great, great, great.
I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Absolutely. Okay, so I actually want to double check this. and make sure Storms of Pokokahara. No, we've got nothing there. Distant Land. No. Last Sanctuary. Prince Aruihi wants us to investigate Matari Okozi, so we need to take Takehu on that, but that is not this. Nope, nope. Terms of the trade. Ah, we need to investigate Pokokahara with Alagina. So, also with Maya, we're gonna get into some trouble here. So we need to swap to the other group. Looks like. Okay.
I hear you.
That being said, let me go ahead. Oh, what does she have? She has perception. Ah, shit. What is her perception at? Her perception is at 20. And that is a really good place for it to be. Fuck. Fuck. So I kind of want to put this on her, but I also kind of don't want to lose the... Like, if we're good, we remember to swap it in battles and go from there. We're not going to be good, though. What's he got? He's got a Gauntlets of Accuracy. Ooh, excuse me. %10 of hits converted to grazes. Let's do this to him. And then let's do this to Shodi. +2 to maximization. That's actually... we want to put these on Adair. Put these on Aloth. And then probably use these on others. Okay. Save real quick, and we are going to leave by sea and swap to other characters. Ouch. Okay. So we've got the other party. Except we basically just want to put this on him, and then it's converted to grazes. Got the Gauntlets of Liability. I feel like he needs more defensive stuff than he needs offensive right now, so we'll swap those. Go from there. Okay, cool. Save. Head on in. And go talk to more people. The plan. Master! The plan!
Be
What?
cautious.
What am I
Be
not doing?
constant. It is a
What?
bad omen to have a priestess so young.
Age is no assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
I'm listening. You were saying?
Ishi, quiet time.
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here, I always smell them.
She's smelling lizards. She's a fucking lizard sniffer. Fucking cake sniffers.
I could never eat a dwarf. For what?
Play along. I choose the belly, rich and fatty.
We are Raparu, you fools. We would only get the gristle between his toes.
Got some weird conversations going on, talking about eating people's toe gristle. Grimoire of Disruption. Oh, we've seen one of these. Cool, but yeah, I promise we're not gonna go through the entirety of this town invisible before we do anything else. I would never do something like that. Hey, we got a kitty cat. Miri gives +1 intellect and 10% of incoming crits converted to hits from weapons.
What did you find, Ishi?
Ah, right. I remember. This is like one of the Raparu or whatever is blaming stuff on the Valians or something like that.
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you.
Oh, right. I forget. These things are like sentient. Like they're like lizard folk. I say like lizard folk. They basically are lizard folk.
The village starves. Yet you hide Kowiki fruit.
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you.
And he does actually hide stuff.
Step back, all of you.
Uh-oh. The broad-shouldered Amawa at the center of the huddle takes a cautious step back. His gaze never breaks from the tribesmen who have him surrounded, and his hands never stray far from his weapons.
You've all got the wrong idea. I'm waiting for a shipment of sailcloth from the homeland. Is that going to be a problem?
His expression turns stony as the implied threat crosses his lips.
Then what say you about this? Coded gibberish, or I'm an Orlin.
Someone from the crowd tosses a sheaf of papers to the ground by Harama's feet. The assembled tribesmen mutter their assent.
Damn it. He's about 2 seconds away from starting a brawl. I've got to step in.
I'll follow your lead. She clears her throat, loud enough to turn heads in the direction of your party.
One against a mob isn't exactly even. Ever heard of a fair fight?
Maya cracks her knuckles and rolls her shoulders. Seraphin strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk.
Ha! Company warships blow our canoes to splinters, and you call us unfair? You foreign imps are all the same.
Yeah, that sounds like horseshit, honestly. Turning to you and Maya, Harama gives away no recognition other than a flicker of gratitude. What seems to be the problem here?
As surely as sharks circle spilled blood, this one has been casting an unwelcome shadow on our village.
One of the villagers steps forward and gestures to Harama.
We found coded documents in his quarters, and he defended himself with lies. Outsider spy.
Mutters of assent rise in volume from the assembled villagers. What makes you think it's anything nefarious?
Because Rauatai hungers after these isles, like a tiger lurking in the tall grass and whetting its chops.
If you townies are dumb enough to go blundering into an alpha predator, you deserve what's coming to you.
Alright, big fucking disagree, Maya. You guys are a predatory fucking nation preying on people who are just leading basic lives. Maya squares her stance and shakes her head.
Who are you to speak in his defense? And who is your traitor friend who postures like she is not one of us?
Jeers and rude gestures fill the air, many of them aimed at Maya. We can go the diplomatic route, basically. I have done good by your people, if you would but remember my face. Whispers spread among the group as the fighters struggle to recall from where they recognize your features. You hear the muted ripple of agreement smother their suspicion.
Harama, we will have eyes on you. Cause no trouble.
Yeah, I would real fucking say, cause no trouble, Harama, or else I'm down with them fucking stringing your ass up. The leader of the gang points from his eyes to Harama's, then signals the rest to depart. Hey, we teleported.
I owe you thanks for that, stranger.
The big Rauataian stands at ease and looks you up and down, nodding with approval.
Now here is a welcome sight.
He turns to face Maya, and a smile brightens his features.
Is that little Ashiza? Hop over here, you old terror.
Harama opens his arms, and Maya's bird darts enthusiastically closer, pecking at Harama's shins.
Ishi town. You don't know where he's been.
Maya arches her brow, smiling in spite of herself. Say nothing.
I would say that we should visit the closest tavern and toast to life. But for once, I might be the odd man out.
He apprises you with a curious smirk.
Captain, this is Harama.
Appraises.
We were shipmates on the Flying Buttress.
She nods to him, their eye contact lingering an extra moment.
That's a word for it. You could also say we were...
loyal servants of the homeland.
Ha
ha! Out of you.
Maya touches her brow and shakes her head, hiding the hint of a smile. Hands on hips, Seraphim grins.
Afraid this isn't a social visit. This comes from up high.
He passes him a roll of parchment. His demeanor hardens the moment he unseals the missive. Worming his tongue over his teeth, Harama lifts up the parchment to view it against the light sorts.
Atsura's up to his tricks again, I see. Thank you, Maya. I've been waiting for this.
Insight. That sounds malicious.
Maya, why is he asking?
Harama squints at you, hesitating to say more.
Captain, later. I promise we can discuss it later. I guess we're done here. It's been, well, sort of like old times. In a good way.
Maya grins, planting her hands on her hips.
Especially seeing you coming and going again. When the dust settles, maybe we could...
He trails off, shifting his weight.
I'd like that. Ishi misses you something awful.
Say no more. Good luck in your travels and other adventures. Ashiza, you keep your feathers clean.
He salutes Maya and steps back with a wink.
I need to check in with Atsura. Mind if we take a detour to the Brass Citadel?
Maya raises her brow. Not a problem, Maya.
Appreciate it. Atsura probably wants to make sure I'm not wasting too many resources on his little errand. Nothing to worry about.
Maya shrugs, gesturing to be off. Alright, sweet.
I'm listening. You were saying?
Let us talk to some people. Rongi? The woman stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scars on her face make it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tiquara? Who are you, stranger?
Her hand strays towards a hide belt cinched tightly around her waist. I'm Kajak, captain of the junk.
A captain? If you had sailed
I'm just gonna
downwind
name
of the
it the
island, you
junk.
would have moved on, I say. I tell Ranga Ruanu that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
She flares her nostrils and grimaces. What are you talking about?
I speak of the Lagufath.
Yeah, I don't like her.
There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Her scars are like seams tugging her face into a scowl.
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
They shake her finger. She shakes her finger, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I push the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
Yeah, I wonder why they're circling. You have their young. Bucks. It's no wonder they come here when the beach smells like a Lagufeth hatchery.
Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Grinning, she thumbs the hide belt slung around across her waist.
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
I'll consider it.
Keep your eyes and ears open. The brood is daring when the mother is close.
She taps the corner of one eye, leveling her gaze at you.
I'll have that fish woman's head mounted in my hut before long.
Fuck you. She exhales and turns her gaze away. What are you doing with the shipwreck?
The Ranga wanted a trading post.
She glowers at the strange building, which appears to be part of scaffolding and part scaffolding, part shipwreck.
He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money.
A shiver of disgust ripples across her face. You don't like anything, do you? You don't like anything but killing, do you? What's wrong with that?
Always I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead.
She paces next to the trading post, restless energy practically quivering through her arms and legs. So why are you hunting or fighting?
What is there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game, only Lagofath skulking in Hoina Ravine.
Go fucking fishing then.
Even the antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses are thin and the trees are like a child's bones. Small and soft.
Then move.
Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood.
She wraps the side of the trading post with her knuckles. How have you guys survived so long then? I'll buy some supplies.
Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never.
Spits.
Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes.
I need a place to rest.
You'll never meet a more welcoming tribe.
She thrusts her face inches from yours and glares at you as if daring for you to disagree.
See? The villagers brawl for the honor of your visit.
Ah. Attacks interrupt with empowered attacks. Sweet. Actually neat.
Speak freely.
Alright, we've got a level on Palagina. We'll take that real quick, because it probably won't take very long. We might just take Inspired Path at this point. We'll just take Inspired Path for now. I have a pike right now, don't I? Pike. Sweet. And we will talk to...
You probably have some questions about what we've been doing.
Maya sighs, nodding.
We found Harama in quite a state, didn't we? It's no wonder you'd be curious about what's going on. Harama is a sociable type of guy. Getting to know people is as easy to him as breathing is to you or me. Atsura set him loose so he can get to know as many people as possible.
What does that even mean, Maya? I'm just gonna say nothing, actually.
I'm being vague, I know. This is what happens when you work for Atsura for too long.
Seraphin snickers quietly.
He's keeping an eye on Tikawara. Who comes and goes, what sorts of things they discuss. Atsura is committed to a more peaceful Deadfire. But he's just one man. He needs good people to shoulder the burden with him.
Algina tips her head up and smiles. So Harama is just eyes and ears?
Only Atsura knows for sure. Harama might not even have all the facts. I certainly don't.
Mob said he had coded missives. Was that true?
Maybe. Probably.
Maya shrugs.
Let's just say we're not the first people to deliver Harama a missive that looked like one thing and read like another.
What have we been delivering, Maya?
Truthfully? I don't know. They looked like ordinary documents to me, but I'm sure that's how Atsura wanted it. Atsura has a new code for every hour of the day. He probably has cipher keys tattooed all over his body.
That's all for now.
For what it's worth, you're doing a great thing for the Deadfire. You'll see that someday.
I don't think Rawatai commanding everything is just a great thing for the Deadfire. But we'll see. We shall see. But we will have to see that the next time we play. Well, probably not the next time we play. Much further down the line when we play. Because that's going to be it for this particular sesh. We're going to go ahead and take a little break. And then when we kick things back up, we will be playing some Tales of Symphonia with Jay. So, if you are watching on Twitch, we will be back in just a little while. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye, everybody.